and welcome to our Cucina Rustica. My name is Pino di Cerbo and this is my lovely mom.
Filomena di Cerbo.
Today we have something really special for you. Back in the day, my mom used to go to the farm, pick 14 bushels of tomato, make sure we had 1 bushel just for the sun-dried tomato. She'd cut them in half, salt them, and dry them under the sun. Now, we're not going to do that because who has the time for that? Instead, the tomatoes are going to come to us. Good quality Italian tomatoes that have been dried under the Mediterranean sun. Wait and see. You're not going to want to miss this. The first step to marinate our sun-dried tomatoes is to blanch them. So what we have here, this is a pot of 50-50. 50% water and the other 50% is white vinegar. So 2 cups of white vinegar, 2 cups of water. We bring it up to a boil. This just come off the stove. It's boiling. We've taken it off the stove and we're going to lift up the lid, dump them in. You can see that steam. This is really hot. And then close the lid.
Keep it close.
Keep it closed for 90 seconds. Don't touch it, no peeking, 90 seconds. The best part of these Aurora sun-dried tomatoes is that they're Italian tomatoes grown in Italy and dried under that Mediterranean sun. You could do them at home like we've done many years ago, and she still does them a lot from the backyard tomatoes, I know. But one thing you can't replicate is the soil conditions in Italy where they grow and that sun that they get, because obviously their summers are a lot better than the summers here in Toronto if we ever get them. 90 seconds, we're going to marinate them, and we'll show you how to make a great salad next. The sun-dried tomatoes are ready, and now it's time to marinate them. So, Mom, what do we need here?
You need garlic.
So those are whole garlic cloves that we just crushed. Peel them and just squeeze them so it infuses the garlic flavor in our tomatoes.
Oregano and basil.
Dry basil, dry oregano.
Yes.
And
a little bit of black pepper because no salt because it's pura red.
So very important what she said, no salt. There's already salt inside on those tomatoes. So we don't need any more salt in this. This is key. This is an Aurora product. It's a blend of canola oil and extra virgin olive oil. You don't want to go all olive oil in here because when you put it in the fridge, the olive oil clumps up because it's the nature of the product. So this is a great blend. It won't do that, but you still get that beautiful olive oil taste in it. So we're going to just randomly cover our tomatoes, give it a good mix. And then after we toss them and they come down to room temperature, we put it in a glass jar with a lid on it. And there you have it, your sun-dried tomatoes. These will last in your fridge for months.
Yes.
And then never throw out that oil because that oil is good for a dressing to marinate chicken with. We're going to make a recipe with this oil one day, right, Mom? Okay, and then stay tuned because we're going to turn these tomatoes into a great salad with chickpeas and tuna. Can't be any easier. Our sun-dried tomatoes have been marinating. They've come down to room temperature. Now we're just going to transfer them into a nice little fancy jar with a lid on it. Get them all in there. And you want to make sure you cover them because they have to be covered, fully covered in the oil when they go into your fridge. Now, they last for a very long time. This makes a great gift. Bring this to a friend. Make a jar for them. Go buy a jar, put sun-dried tomatoes in it, and bring it to your friends. They're going to love you for it. We're going to cover it with all this oil. And now a couple of recipes real quick. Now, nonnas are always game time ready. And what that means is they're always ready to feed a bunch of people in a moment's notice because they have things in their pantries like sun-dried tomatoes that last very long. They have tuna and chickpeas and onions and celery. And we're going to make a great salad with the few ingredients that we have. All right, Mom, she's chopped some of those up already. Those are the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to add chickpeas to this. This is a can of Aurora chickpeas that I've just washed and drained. I'm going to add tuna in oil. You could get tuna in water, but I really prefer tuna in oil. There's more flavor. And we have some marinated artichokes as well. Now you stir.
It's really easy.
Isn't it easy?
Yeah.
So these are all things that can be in your pantry. And the other thing that you add to this is anything else that you have. It could be carrot, it could be celery. Today we had celery. We're using celery for a little bit of crunch. It could be green onion. It could be shallots. Today we're using red onion. So we're going to add that to that. A little bit of pepper inside there, a little bit of salt, and you know what, Mom? Let's use, look at this. We have some leftover oil here, and we're going to use this oil to marinate it as well. It doesn't get any easier. A big plate of this. So this is what would happen if all of our family showed up at Nona's house. Doesn't matter what time during the day. She'd make a little something for us. What would it be? This salad, maybe nubette de pasta as well, some bread, some cheese, some olives, some pickles. It doesn't matter. Next thing you know, from a little salad like this, our table is full. Nona's know the trick. Here it is, sun-dried tomato, chickpea salad.
It's really easy, it's good.
It's such a simple and delicious salad that we made with our marinated sun-dried tomatoes. This is one of them. Stay tuned. Our next video is going to feature those sun-dried tomatoes for a couple more amazing recipes. Now, I don't have a plate to try this, so I'm going to have to use this big spoon.
Dalla nostra cucina rustica, buon appetito!